Hello.
Hi.
Hi. Oh, Rookie's coming to join us as well.
Yeah. I'm Lucas,
I'm Annie.
and we're the creators of A Little to the Left. And today we're going to be playing some of the game, and we've got some questions that some family and friends had sent in to us, and we will be answering those.
Yes, this is our game. It's called A Little to the Left. It's all about tidying up the house and looking for structures hidden in objects that you're presented. We've got the main game, which has a bunch of levels here. And we have 2 DLC, Seeing Stars, and Cupboards and Drawers. So
Yeah.
we're going to show levels from all of these.
Yeah, I think we're just going to answer some questions, and we'll jump to levels that we think kind of illustrate those. We've already got a little bit of completion on this save file as well, so if you see some that are already solved, that's why.
Yeah.
Okay, you want to start with a question?
Sure,
right
what's
off?
your favorite level?
Oh my gosh, that's a big one.
In the main game.
Yeah, I like so many of them for different reasons. It's a classic. The very first level, really.
This one?
Yeah, I do love this level, and it's silly because it's so simple, but...
Yeah, we were at somebody's office the other day, and he was adjusting a picture on his wall just like that, and I was like, oh, it's funny that you did that, because that's exactly like the first level in our game. And it's all about being particular and trying to find order in the home, and kind of it was inspired by this prompt we had when we did this game jam, and the game jam theme was out of control. And then we just imagined somebody who was dealing with the feeling of being out of control by organizing and cleaning up their house, which is something that we do.
Yeah, but that first puzzle, it was, I think, maybe the first puzzle that we designed based on that prompt, and it acts as a really good little tutorial because we all kind of understand that a tilted picture is intended, well, in most cases, to be kind of more straightened up on the wall.
Yeah.
And so it teaches the initial control mechanic of picking up, moving things, dragging them, and then it also introduces the cat, which shows up throughout the game every now and then, and kind of mixes things up.
I'm just jumping to all the different picture frame levels because they become a little bit more interesting as you go throughout the game, and you can see how this one's like an iteration on that initial idea, because they're already straight when you get here, but you're actually making them like the frames not straight by prioritizing straightening up the picture that's within the frame, which I thought that was like a funny idea. I just really like imagining this person. Just like their house is just full of really strange ideas, and it's unconventional and it's creative. I think this person that you're playing as is particular, but they're also really creative. Yeah.
So another favorite that I have from the main game is the fruit stickers.
Oh, where is that one?
It's to the right. Keep going.
Oh, yeah.
There it is, the pear.
You want to play it?
Sure. So what I like about this one is, again, it's kind of this really well-known convention of, stickers on our fruit, and, we peel off the stickers, but in this puzzle, you peel them off, but it's not done yet. You can actually rotate the fruit, so I like how, there's like this little kind of secret aspect to it where you have to turn the fruits, and they've got this fun little animation that while everything is 2D in the game, you kind of have a little bit of 3D hints of 3D in there that make things feel like a little bit more real world and tactile.
Yeah, this is a funny level, and somehow it resonates with people. Like, it's just familiar enough for them to be like, Oh yeah, that's a thing that I also deal with, is peeling fruit stickers off of fruit. Like, and it's so mundane. This is one of my favorite levels, and I think it's just because it's so like, it's so simple and it's just really bold, and it's the shapes and it's colorful, but especially like, I just love the idea of coming across the fact that these all fit. These are bread tags, like the kind of. I don't know if everywhere in the world has bread tags.
We often get people like contacting us being like, what are these?
Yeah, so do you want to show them? I don't know. This is
No,
strange to show a bread
fine.
tag. It's basically just
they look like this.
Piece of plastic on the end of a that keeps the bag closed.
Hey,
Rookie,
come here.
hi.
Come on, you're getting in the way.
He's okay. And I just thought it was really funny that they all fit together like a jigsaw puzzle, because they look like they could almost be like that in real life.
Yeah, so we like this kind of almost like happenstance or a coincidence
yeah.
that can lead to the circumstances of these puzzles happening.
This one's funny too, the pasta level where you're organizing from straight to curly or twisty. And it's just like, I like that this just like highlights a really nice inherent quality of pasta, although we had to make up some pasta for this to be achievable.
Well, pasta was made up at some point, so maybe we've just inspired some new pasta shapes.
There we go.
Yeah.
What about in the DLC? Do you have any other favorite levels in those?
Yeah, I do.
Let's jump over there.
So.
Okay, here we go.
So let's go to cupboards and drawers first.
Okay.
Go in order that they were created. So I really like the board game puzzle in this, or I like the game pieces. It's the one that's the jacks, yeah. Or jack. I don't know if it's singular jack.
Yeah, there's lots of drawers in this one.
Yeah, there's 4 drawers, and then there's also the puzzle, the map puzzle that goes on the top. And I love how, like, I love the colors of this one. I love how there's so many fun pieces, that there's like the drawer placement puzzles, but then the puzzle of the, yeah, it'll come clear later. But then there's like that puzzle on the top that is, kind of about, it's almost like a jigsaw where you're making the map kind of all continuous. Yeah, I really like this puzzle.
I like that there is a gummy bear in with the, like these objects. And I don't know, I just love throughout the game how there's weird objects showing up unexpectedly in the wrong spots, but then there's like a specific spot for that object, like right there.
Somebody called out recently how funny it is that there's a die that has 0 on it. Like all of those have 0. No, I guess it's, I don't know. Somebody's maybe gonna correct us, but yeah, the 0, I guess, in a lot of ways would be pretty disastrous in a lot of games. But it's, it works for.
Yeah, a lot of the time I'm making up objects, and I don't know. I don't know if they make sense in the context of the game, but maybe they don't really exist.
That's okay.
Yeah. Oh yeah.
It's fun.
One goes before 2. Okay. Yeah, I like how the drawers act to hide information, which just adds a little bit of extra work.
Yeah, well, you have to be organized. You need to make sure that you are very observant, and that any objects that are around, that you remember where they are so that you can get them again.
This is stands for Annie and Lukas.
Yep.
Just so you know, if you didn't know, that's us. Okay, I won't finish that level.
Do you? Yeah, because this.
I mean,
some
I could.
of these. No, it's fine. Let's keep jumping around. So, do you have a favorite in this DLC?
Ooh, I like so many.
There's so many fun ones. Oh, sorry, I'm gonna pull out another one. I really like the kitchen utensils drawers on the timer.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I do like going between those two drawers. I think it's really fun. I like how they move and the sounds. And
Yeah.
there's some things going on here that I think is really fun, like the twist ties. I'm gonna solve that for us. It's just like they just make me laugh. Like some of these ideas of twist ties just like becoming a continuous puzzle. Like that's so satisfying to me.
Sometimes you know that an object's supposed to go in a particular compartment, but you don't realize until you have those objects in that compartment that there's like a hidden design amongst them, so like a hidden order.
Yeah, where's the other twist tie?
Down at the bottom.
And then another favorite little moment are the straws in this level, like the gradient from like going straight to fully bent.
Oh yeah.
I just think there's just those little moments I think are kind of wonderful, and I don't really know why. Hey, rookie.
Hey, buddy.
How you doing?
Okay, so I took another favorite.
Oh, and there's like a bread tie Easter egg, which is like, it's not really Easter egg, but it's a smaller version of the bread tie puzzle from the main game, but within the drawer. And that's something that we did in this DLC. We like a lot of nesting of puzzles. Oops. So yeah, those have to go in that particular order.
It goes right there. But it's fun because they're all shaky.
Yeah.
So, sorry, I took another one. Do you have another favorite?
Yeah. Let's look. And then we should answer a different question.
Yeah.
This one, like, visually looks really nice to me. I really like the sounds and the shape of the objects in this level.
Yeah.
I think this moment with the pipe cleaners is really fun, where there's like a straight to twisty again. Maybe I like just in general when things
Just
are going
straight to
twisty. I like that there's a googly eye.
Oh yeah, the googly eyes are fun.
Funny little moments, and there's like a special little spot for that. And I do really love how the elastic bands flow together, although I might not be able to do it. Oh yeah, I can do it. There we go. Yeah. Those types of things just make me very happy.
Yeah.
What else do I like in this one? I mean, a lot. The worms in the fish tackle box. I think how they fit together is again really funny and satisfying.
I think that piece goes down below.
Oh.
Nests in there, yeah.
Oh yeah. I remember now.
Yeah, this one's a really colorful puzzle, which is pretty fun.
There's a lot of pieces to it.
Yeah.
And it starts off really crazy looking, but
But you still, as you start placing things like it starts to go faster and faster as you solve it, because you start to kind of see the designs more, and you rule out objects from being in play by finding their spot. So I think that's a really satisfying part of all the puzzles in the game, really.
I like that there's a little musical instrument in here.
Oh yeah.
And I just like also that there's like this chocolate bar is like has its own like really prominent spot. Like there's just a lot of personality with this level, and it makes me laugh.
Do you want another question?
Sure.
Okay. So this one's from Allison. Do you ever dream that you are tidying in your sleep?
No, but I think I like have dreamt of levels and
me
like
too.
and like objects fitting together.
Yeah.
Because it's just like what we were doing so intensely for so long.
Yeah.
And what about you? Do you dream?
Well, yeah, I mean, I've dreamt of puzzle ideas, and yeah, sometimes when we're deep in production. Oh, you just revealed the little mini game on the...
Oh, yeah.
Which is pretty fun. Yeah, sometimes when we're deep in production, like, you know, it will be constantly trying to sort things out, whether that's visual or if it's just like code or whatever.
So, like, I know we've gotten inspiration from our house for levels in the game, but do you think we've ever like gotten inspiration for our house
From the
game? Like changed aspects of the house because we've been working on the game?
I don't know. Good question.
I feel like for me, the picture like above our fireplace, like I didn't like how it's rectangular and then the clock on the mantle is curved, and from working on the game so much, I wanted those shapes to like go together.
Yeah.
Like, I didn't want the so
I can see that.
I wanted like them to be form-fitting almost to each other. So, but I haven't been able to achieve that or find.
That's okay.
But I mean, I think that we are pretty tidy people. Like, one of the questions that I think Allison also asked was, are the drawers in your house super organized?
Some of them. I mean, our junk drawer, I don't know if there is such thing as an organized junk drawer, really.
It was organized at one point.
Yeah.
But,
they just kind of take on a life of their own.
I would love to have the time to organize a lot of things, a lot of closets, but we're pretty busy making a game about organization. To be, our house gets pretty messy.
Yeah, especially when it comes to like making trailers and stuff, because we make all our own trailers.
Oh yeah, that was one of my questions. What's your favorite moment from making a trailer? Do you have any like favorite trailers or like things that we've done?
Yeah, so the first day of the devs that we did, I love the little gag of where we're doing the trailer, but we have the camera like on Rookie. It's not actually on Rookie, but it's like cat cam.
Oh yeah.
And he comes into the room and we're just like wah 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 wah. Yeah, I thought that was really fun. I have another one too.
Okay. Oh, I've got one.
Okay.
I liked we did like a Halloween themed one. The gag was that like there's nothing scarier than like a mess, basically, and which isn't true, but it's a funny idea. And we took the cupboard that we have. Actually, we just took the doors off of the cupboard and we put them on a frame on the ceiling, and then we filled it with Tupperware, and then we filmed the Tupperware like spilling out. So, and then we made it appear as though it were like shooting out at you.
Yeah.
Like it was like a possessed.
Like it was throwing up Tupperwares.
The terror unfolds as a horrible mess lurks around every corner. A picture frame hangs askew. Papers are scattered about. And the plastic container lids that almost, but never quite fit. It's scary because it's real. To celebrate the spooky season, we're unleashing the Trick or Tidy holiday event. 5 new, frightfully untidy puzzles to give you the heebie-jeebies, where you'll sort, stack, and organize all sorts of totally regular, normal household items as we see here. So, whether you find it chill or bone-chilling, we hope you enjoy A Little to the Left this Halloween season.
We always try to have fun with our trailers. We always try to have fun with everything we do in the game.
Yeah, if you're not having fun, then what's the point?
Yeah, and you know, oftentimes we are just as much like discovering the puzzles as the players are. When we first start designing these, they kind of take on a life of their own. You got 2 mixed up there.
1, 2, 3, 4. Oops. 5.
So yeah, we're just, you know, we try to be really playful whenever we're designing the puzzles or doing trailers or whatever. So that keeps it fun for us.
Yeah. This level's. Oh, what were you gonna say?
Oh, I was gonna ask another question, but you
Well, I just really like this level, how once you complete certain sections, it opens up other compartments. And I also really love how there is a hidden cat face amongst these clocks.
Oh yeah, we always put in these like little Easter eggs in here. It's just that clock is just off.
Oops, thanks. Yeah, full of fun little Easter eggs. And owls show up throughout the game a lot. Here's more owl cameos.
It is a game about observation, and they have very good eyesight.
Also, I just want to point out how these are inspired by Radiolaria, which are single-celled organisms, and they're like made big for this level. But I think that's a really cool idea to have within a jewelry box, that they're like these precious objects. I'm not sure if you wear them or if you just keep them. They're probably just like special collector's things.
Yeah. Do you want another question?
Yeah.
What was the funnest level for you to design?
It's hard. Oh, hey, Rookie. Let me look at them. Let me go to the new DLC, because actually I do have some in that one that I love so many levels.
You should switch to the theme.
Yeah.
Yeah, I love this theme. This was art by Paul Hammond, who's done a lot of the key art and branding for the game. And I just love how like magical and out of the world it is. Oh, Rookie wants.
Hey, Rookie. Okay.
It's getting close to his dinner time.
Oh my gosh. Okay, I was gonna go to the sticky drawer because I just think it's so funny. It made me really happy to just come up with a theme of stickiness as the organizational principle here.
And a drawer can be sticky. We were like thinking about the qualities of a drawer, and when that's tough to open, you call it a sticky drawer, so it's like a little bit of a play on words. Yeah.
So this one is up there just thematically. I think it's really funny.
I like that also you can stick the stickers to things and like they'll move with the objects.
Yeah.
Because everything's sticky.
Another concept, I was really proud of myself for this level. Whole thing with this was that these objects change shape, and what that allows is for them to have two distinct solutions. So either the slinky can go there for one solution, or the slinky can go here for a solution.
And so depending on where you start to place the objects, you start to rule out placements for other objects.
Yeah.
Which does make it a really interesting puzzle to solve.
Yeah, it was just like really fun to come up with this concept. And I think I can show you in the hints the different lockups for it.
Yeah. The hint system was a fun one to design too. So you can, with every solution in the game, you have this notebook, and there's a hint for each solution, and you can reveal just as much of the hint as you want. So maybe you just want to see what's in the corner, and that can help you on your way.
Yeah.
But yeah, so you can flip between the two pages once you got that cleared, and
so this was
two options.
Yeah, this is probably my favorite level to design. It was tricky, but it was really satisfying.
Yeah.
And I think it was really innovative.
Yeah, I agree.
What else? Let me ask you a question.
Okay.
Well, this one's from my mom and dad.
Okay.
How do you guys keep coming up with ideas of what and how to sort things?
Okay. Yeah, that's a good question. So...
Because we have a lot of levels.
Yeah, I mean...
I think everyone's just, like, surprised that we haven't run out of ideas.
No, and I feel like we have a lot more ideas. And so I see sort of three different ways that we come up with these puzzles. One is that we choose objects that we think are interesting, and we start to think about, okay, how could those objects be used in kind of an organization-based puzzle. Also thinking about the way that, we might think about an actual puzzle concept, and then we think about, okay, well, what objects would help support that concept?
Yeah.
So, for example, with this one, we knew we wanted to make a batteries puzzle, but it's also kind of like about making these sets, and it's kind of based on a grid. And then there's also interactions. So sometimes we think about a certain type of interaction that we want, or a feeling.
Like stacking or rotating, or aligning, or fitting together like jigsaw, straightening.
Yeah, and then we might also think of, okay, well, what happens if we put these two types of interactions together, and what kind of objects can do these two types of things. So yeah, there's lots of different ways that can help inspire a puzzle.
I think that it was like we came up with like building blocks, and then we started mixing and matching different building blocks, whether that's like based on like design, like scale, shape, color, a type of gradient, and I'm kind of forgetting all of the different aspects, but
yeah,
like for me, almost any object could become a level, because every object has different qualities, and you just kind of need to like lean into the qualities of that object. But for me, I need to like have some sort of interest in the object, whether that's the shape or like its function, or just thinking about the relationship it might have with the person, and like how it might reflect their need for control, or their their particularities.
This one, I really like that little Easter egg of the golden tooth.
Strange little things, yeah.
Just little things that are like, wait a second, like, why is there an acorn in a toolbox, and why is there a specific spot that it fits so perfectly? And
I think that's really intentional to add play into into something that otherwise could be somewhat dry. Like it's trying to find the playfulness in this type of behavior.
Yeah.
And the creativity that's actually involved in like working within like a limited framework or something. Hi. Okay, another.
Okay, you're kind of in the way, buddy. I can't see the game.
My buddy. What's another? Here. Okay. How did you arrive at deciding to use the cat in the game? Was from my mom and dad.
Okay, that's another good question.
So if you're not familiar with the game, every once in a while there is a cat that shows up.
As we are proving.
And it will like undo your tidy work. It will just like bat the objects around, or swish it with its tail. Or
sometimes it's just being cute too. Cats tend to do that as well. So the cat came about because we didn't want everything to be super rigid, and that it's like there's one way to do everything. Order is what we should all be striving for, because oftentimes we actually think that mess can be a very creative space to be too. You start to see new relationships and stuff. So the cat is kind of a way of, introducing a little bit of chance in everything, but it also kind of is like hey, you don't need to be so uptight about it all.
Yeah, it's a bit of comedic relief.
Yeah, and it's also the reason why everything is a mess to begin with. So, outside of the gameplay, the cat is also kind of this external energy.
Chaos cat.
Yeah, because, otherwise if you're this person who's super organized all the time, everything would just be organized, but obviously the game is full of messes. And plus cats are fun, and it's also nice to be able to celebrate them and their quirky attitudes, and have a character in the game. I mean, you play as a character that is a bit Rookie's pushing a salt shaker
Nice,
around
Rookie.
right now.
Way to prove our point.
Yeah, exactly. So the cat in the game is based on our cat Rookie, who you've met. He's not as sort of as much of a nuisance as this cat can be. Oh boy. Okay, but I don't want him to knock that off.
He's mad.
Yeah. It's his dinner time soon.
Yeah, Zach, who works with us, asked, what did he say specifically? A lot of mayhem the cat causes in A Little to the Left is inspired by your own cat, Rookie, and what's the worst mess that they've ever made for you in real life? And I would just say that Rookie is probably not as bad, but maybe we've just consolidated all of Rookie's, previous grievances into one game. But he's not like this all the time. He's pretty chill. I would just say he gets very motivated by food and he's especially creative when it comes to finding different ways to wake us up in the morning.
Yeah.
Less so lately because we've actually been being pretty disciplined at closing the door at night, but
yeah.
he would knock over every object on our dressers and just to create a noise, and then he would just look at you for your reaction,
which is what he's doing right now.
Yeah. But no, he's pretty chill.
Especially as he's gotten older. He's eaten through his cat food bag and stuff, and he's knocked glasses off that have shattered. And,
when he wants your attention, he'll sit on your keyboard. And, there was that one trailer that we made where we had him walk across the keyboard, and we had to kind of train him with treats to do that, and then he just would always walk across Lucas's keyboard after that.
He's still doing that.
That was our fault.
Yeah.
A Little to the Left is a cozy puzzle game where you'll discover satisfying arrangements by sorting, stacking, and tidying up household objects. It's all about observation, as puzzles are hidden in plain sight. Some levels have multiple solutions. There are 3 to find in this level. Oh, there's also this mischievous cat that will show up, and it likes to get in your way. The game takes a little bit of inspiration from our cat and the objects found in our home. So, come spruce up the place in this tidy puzzler, A Little to the Left. Your brother Cam asked, have you ever considered doing a version of the game for dog people?
Yeah, I wouldn't be against doing some dog-related content. Dogs have their own quirky personalities that I think would be fun to explore and celebrate.
We actually have a dog staying with us. It's my sister's dog, and his name is Bones. And I'd say he's gets into more trouble than Rookie for sure.
Yes.
He will just, it's all, you have to only blame yourself at the end of the day, because if you leave out something, then it's your fault.
He'll eat a whole loaf of bread in a matter of moments, kind of thing,
so
if you're not paying attention.
I could see us drawing on that experience, and almost having the dog be the super villain.
Oh yeah.
No offense to anybody who loves dogs, but I think it would be funny.
Yeah.
Anyway.
Another question?
Yeah.
We're coming to the end of this.
How much time do we have?
We have about 10 minutes.
Oh, okay. Let me see. What kind of stuff do we get up to outside of working on A Little to the Left?
It's fairly all-encompassing to make and maintain a video game, but
before we were making A Little to the Left, so this is our first game. but we've always liked making things together.
Yes.
And can you think of any things that we've done together that stand out in your mind?
Well, I always like making Halloween costumes.
Yeah, me too.
Yeah.
We just made some recently. I was like a slug racer, so I like had slugs on my feet, big ones.
Yeah.
But it was funny
It was
because
really
like
funny.
I cut holes through an old pair of sneakers that I had. Put up a picture in this so you can see what I'm talking about.
I find this level very silly, where you're just polishing these coins.
I like the solution where you have to polish a gradient.
I like this one where you have to touch all of them to tarnish them,
Yeah.
make them all dirty. So I can't remember if we've just explained this during this video,
No,
but
let's talk about the stars.
yeah, so there's 3 stars in this level. Each star represents a solution to find. So they're not, ranking performance or anything. It means that there's a hidden design that is yet to be discovered. And so this one is funny because, there's another level for each of these. There we go. That looks
You're
good.
making like a gradient from shiny to dirty.
So other things that we like to do outside of this is I like to make and play music. I like doing Lego, play video games. I mean, that was the reason why I was inspired to want to become a game dev in the first place, is I've always loved playing video games. Yeah, what about you?
I like to bike ride, and I like gardening, and I like pottery.
Yeah.
Yeah, I've been getting into learning about throwing on the wheel,
Yeah.
and actually made these cool, like a little to the left inspired vases that look like they're shattered.
Oh yeah, you should go to that level,
Okay.
the broken vase level.
Oh, I just wanted to show how the sound of these like farts.
Yeah, the sound design has been really fun in this game. The objects have kind of real world sounds, which we found adds a lot of kind of physicality to these objects. They feel like they're in a space, and there's a lot of really fun kind of ASMR qualities to them. It's just really fun to attach the sound effects, and it makes it feel like that the objects are coming to life.
Yeah. Okay.
Yeah. And I've always loved sound design. Before we worked on this game together, you were making a lot of video and conceptual art and animation. And I would do the sound design for those, and that was kind of our first real media related collaborations.
Yeah.
Which I think led really naturally to us starting to make video games together. I've always been fascinated with interaction. Yeah.
Yeah, it's always been my favorite thing, just to make things with you. I forgot how much I love this level. It's so, like, I don't know, there's just something about the types of objects in here. Like, the idea that there's going to be a big bulb of garlic in your first aid kit makes me happy.
Yeah.
Where is that other piece? Oh, it's here. Yeah, that goes there. Right.
There's an order to those.
Oh, my bad. I should be better at this. Oh yeah, that goes there.
Yeah, I like in these puzzles where the negative space starts to define the shapes of the objects.
Yeah.
Of where they're supposed to go. So for example, that kiss there, it's really funny that there's like a kiss in the first aid kit.
It's like you need a kiss to
yeah,
get better.
Yeah, kiss the boo-boo.
Yeah. And there's also ginger. That's good for you.
Yeah.
Put that in the medicine box.
It's a little bit of like, a slower like healing medicine, but yeah.
All right, almost done this one.
Nonetheless. Okay.
Another question for me?
Yeah, I have another question. This one's from my mom. Does Rookie get paid for his cameos? So Rookie has been in almost all of our trailers. We make all our trailers ourselves, and
Rookie, I'm sorry.
it's really fun. But
He gets paid in treats.
yes, he gets paid in true
And love.
and love. He always gets extra cuddles when he stars in one of our trailers, and he is definitely a star. He will, demand those treats. He will demand the love, but he gets them.
Uh-oh,
Here he
here he
comes.
comes.
Yeah, he's coming in. Yeah.
Okay, let me see. Oh, let's see. What else should I ask you? What's the messiest our house has ever become?
Well, that's a tough thing to describe. It has
I
become...
feel like it was the messiest making the Halloween costumes the other day.
Maybe. I mean, some of our trailers have been very messy. I keep trying to place that guy there. I see this puzzle. There we go. This puzzle always kind of throws me for a loop. I have to reteach myself how it goes together each time.
It's not easy for us to remember how all of these should be solved immediately.
Which, actually, one of the questions was, if you were trapped on a deserted island and could only bring one a little to the left puzzle with you, which would it be? I actually feel like this one might be my choice because I feel like every time I come into this, it's like my first time seeing it. I know what to do,
I'm
but...
not sure. I mean, I would think maybe like soup cans, so I had food, or like first aid kits. So
I see. Yeah, you're thinking of them physically. You're not.
How are you thinking of them?
I was
Like if you could only play one.
Yeah,
over and
it's
over
like
again?
some sort of handheld device that it just has one a little to the left puzzle loaded on it or something.
Oh
but
yeah. No, that would be a good one.
yeah. I think I don't know if we can choose a daily tidy because they're new every time, but I also really like some of the daily tidy puzzles.
Oh yeah, we haven't shown the daily tidies.
Oh, that's true. Yeah.
Okay.
So the Daily Tidy is a unique puzzle delivered to you each day. They're based on the puzzles from the main game. This one today is this is actually based on a later puzzle in the game, but it's a symmetry puzzle. And these are maybe the only puzzle... This is the only puzzle in the game that's actually freeform, that you can place things wherever you want. Yeah, so they can't overlap, and they all need to be on screen, and each of these objects has they're in pairs, and so you need to make it so that they are all symmetrical from each other.
The background kind of gives you a bit of a hint because it's like a reflected wood grain.
Yes.
All right. Let's see
Give me
what
another
else.
question.
Do you ever have any disagreements over the content?
Oops.
And that's a wrap. No, I don't think we...
I wouldn't call them disagreements. I mean, when you're designing, you need to negotiate with each other because we might have different ideas and see other opportunities that, it's...
I think we're constantly in conversation about how to make it the best it can be. And I think we both have like strong ideas of what we like, but we always find a middle ground, and it's never been a disagreement. It's always been like, we'll just keep talking about it until we're both really excited and it makes sense to both of us.
And it's always made the puzzles better too. I feel like whenever we've come into those places. So that was a fun badge there. So as you play the daily tidies, you get badges, and I like the stamps badge. Everybody gets unique badges.
This is just a unique level because I was really excited to have moths, like having moving alive creatures in the in the level.
And this is a fun one because the moths movement actually reveals more information to solve by.
Yeah, so you can either solve this one by how many times they flap their wings and sequence them by that number, or if you open the when you pick them up, they lift their wings and you can see how many segments they have on their body. That's another organizing principle.
Yeah.
Or you can align them with the holes in the sweaters. So this one kind of shows the pattern of the sweater continuing. So it matches there, and this one goes here, and this one. Did I get that right?
Are you sure that this one goes there?
No.
Oh no, you're correct. You're correct. I'm sorry.
Yeah, it's okay. This one goes there.
So it is a game that really does require you to be observant. Okay, so I think we're running out of time, but let's do one more question.
Okay.
Are there any objects in the game that you have a personal connection with?
For sure. I mean, a lot of this stuff, everything's inspired by stuff that we have around. I feel like the most obvious one for me is in the main game, and it's the clock level.
Oh yeah, it's in chapter 4, I believe. Yeah, there it is. Or chapter 5. Your Earth Organizer is when things start to get a little bit more abstract in the game.
This level was really fun to think about because I just love the idea that you could start controlling time. Like there's just like weird stuff. It just became more abstract and magical.
As you become more astute as like a tidier, you start to be able to bend space and time.
Yeah, you just really need things to be going your way.
Yeah.
So yeah, this clock is a clock that my dad gave us, and it normally sits on our mantle, but it needs to get fixed, so it's in the shop. But it's the kind of clock I need to wind it every week, so I put a reminder in my phone that says it's Wind Up Wednesday. What about you?
Yeah, so again, here in the main game, there's the final level before you enter the Radial dance party.
Oh yeah, that's what we call it. That's like the ending of the game.
Yeah.
Radial dance party.
This lamp is based on a lamp that came from my grandma's house, which I've always really liked, and so every time I see this, it reminds me of her. It's a funny level with the obsolete technology, like old printer and tape deck, and yeah, it's just like sitting in the basement. This one's a fun one. There's a lot of interesting sounds to it. Just turn everything on. That's not the solution, but it's fun to like boot up the computer and stuff.
There's also objects in the game that I wish we had in real life, like the drink glasses.
Yeah, let's look at those.
I think that would be a nice, like they're inspired by the landscape. We live in Nova Scotia, and so it's like a maritime province, and there's a lot of seagulls.
Yeah.
So this level's based on Peggys Cove.
Yeah.
A lot of seaside cute huts and stuff and buoys.
Yeah, and so you're often tasked with trying to figure out what you're supposed to do in each puzzle. It doesn't tell you what to do, so you have to be observant. This one you can see the front and back side of the glass, which is just a quality of printed glasses. But you can see here that there's this little bird on the top of that chimney. It matches.
You're just looking for the alignment.
Yeah.
Honestly, like I'm not sure even like how we came up with these ideas. They just sort of were things that popped into our head.
So it's this guy and this one.
Yeah.
It's fishing.
Yeah, well,
I think maybe we should
stop
wrap
there.
it up there. This was really fun to be able to kind of go down memory lane a little bit.
I feel like we could just talk for like hours and hours.
Yeah.
But we should probably stop at some point.
Yep.
And I think my favorite thing is just that people get to sort of retrace our steps in the enjoyment of coming up with these ideas. Like they get to laugh at the moments that we thought were funny and find joy in the little weird moments that we created sort of spontaneously.
Yeah, and we didn't even look at the archive here, but there's a lot of really fun moments in here too.
These are all seasonal based. So we got Halloween and we've got some Easter egg stuff and Santa time, holiday stuff.
Santa time.
Yeah.
So we've had a lot of fun making this, and it's really fun to be able to talk about it.
We're just so lucky we get to work on this game. It's been a huge part of our life, changed our lives.
Yeah.
And we're so grateful that people like it.
And we're still having a lot of fun. Yeah.
All right. Well.
Okay. Well, thank you for listening.
Thank you.
And
we gotta feed Rookie his dinner now, so we really should go.
Yeah, he's staring at us. All right. Okay. Bye.